Hi there, my name is Mpile. Now in 2012, I was diagnosed with chronic anemia, and if you understand that disease, you know what it does to the body. I was skinny and very insecure about how I looked, which led to me taking the necessary steps to try and overcome this. Years later, this is how I looked: bigger, stronger, and healthier than ever. But it hasn't been this easy. I went through a lot to get here, setback after setback. So if you don't mind, let me tell you a story about my fitness journey. Starting from way back in 2012, I was just preparing for my final exams and I was told that I had anemia. But the signs were there: joint pain, pale skin, constant fatigue. But thankfully, I managed to complete my exams and spend a Christmas in a hospital ward. After a year or so of treatment, I was feeling better and I enrolled at a university. While in school, I constantly watched those motivational videos on YouTube, and one of the speakers, I remember saying that when you're stressed, do push-ups. When your girlfriend dumps you, do push-ups. When life is messed up, do push-ups. It seemed like push-ups were the solution to all of my problems. At least I thought they were. Yeah. So I started doing that. So in my room, I would do 10 struggle push-ups. But I wasn't consistent with it. At best, I would do 10 push-ups once a month. Then one day I came back home for the holidays and I remember my brother telling me about purchasing some weights, and the excitement on his face that day is something I would never forget. Because unlike me, my brother was very serious about working out and constantly encouraged me to join him. But I never did. Trust me, I wanted to, because I also remember like walking into a gym back in school with a friend of mine and asking about membership prices and instantly feeling discouraged about how pricey it was. But I was still skinny and nowhere near my goal, and things took a turn for the worst. November 2017, my brother passed away from a devastating car crash. And this literally broke me. My brother was everything to me. I looked up to him. He's the first guy to whoop my ass. This happened at a time whereby I was regretting a lot of decisions that I had made, especially academically, and I was struggling with depression. So my brother's death at this point kind of like snapped the string that I was holding on to, and I fell into a deep dark hole with no hope of ever getting back up. That is until a year later where I said, you know what, fuck it, I'm doing this. Started doing 20 to 25 push-ups every single day. I didn't know what I was doing, but as the days went by, I added more exercises, learned new push-up variations, and 3 months later, I look like this. And let me tell you, having a six-pack is a great feeling. I even thought about walking down the street with my shirt off, just flexing all around. I even saved up and got myself a pair of dumbbells. My diet and my training weren't perfect, but I stuck to it and I was making progress until I realized how lonely I was. Years of depression had caused me not to have no relationship outside my family. I had no friends, no girlfriend, nothing. This led to me losing all of my motivation and eventually quitting working out. Until one day in a doctor's office, coming for a checkup for my gynecomastia, which had developed from all the medication I was taking, and him asking, do you have a girlfriend, while examining me. Well, I said no. He then proceeded to say, do more press-ups, women love strong men. In 2021, I decided to start a YouTube channel. This is after 3 years I had told myself I'm going to take working out very seriously. So here I was going to document my fitness progress, but in terms of views and engagement, well, it was a nightmare. I wanted to go bigger and grow my channel, so I researched about diets, training methods. I was looking better than ever and people around me started to notice. But you know what they say, there's no such a thing as a perfect road. Another problem came up.
Unemployment in South Africa has hit a record high, and worryingly, that's even before the impact of COVID-19.
I couldn't find work. With no income, training was the last thing on my mind, but I couldn't let that stop me. I was stuck at home, jobless. All I could do was just train while painfully looking for a job, trying to grow a YouTube channel. At this point, I was the biggest I have ever been. from skinny to around 69 kg. Not too bad for someone who works out in a dusty garage, but I wanted more. Like Rich used to say, eat more. So I did that while prioritizing clean food, no alcohol, less sugar, drinking more water. I was more disciplined than I had ever been before, and no one could tell me otherwise. So after so many years, this is where I am. That was my fitness journey, but it's not over yet. Still grinding, still growing, still trying to grow this YouTube channel, have a better life. But the beauty of it is that I'm not where I was when I started, and that is progress. And you gotta love that though, because I do.